Hi guys, Archie Luxury on the Paul Pluta channel. Today I'm doing paid review 20 JU79. JU79, 20 JU79. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Patek Philippe 5127G white gold Calatrava. Absolutely love this wristwatch. Can I flip it? Can I flip it? Can I flip it? Can I flip it? You tell me, man. I'm the one singing the tune. This is from Dan. Hey, Arch, I just sent you $20 for a bit of advice. I've got another question for you. I see that my local pre-owned dealer is selling a Breitling Avenger chronograph titanium 44mm blue dial E1. It should be A. I think it's an A. It's not an E, is it? It's anyhow 13360. $1,500 plus tax. I see them going on chrono for 24 to 27. Do you think the juice is worth the squeeze to try and flip it? If I sell it on eBay, they take 13.5% cut. I should clear about $400, $450. Do you think the juice is worth the squeeze? Regards, Dan. Dan, the man. I gotta be totally honest with you, Dan. Dan. I gotta tell you. No, don't go there. It's a dumb thing. Breitling is very soft. We're in COVID-19. I'd be very careful. If you think you can flip it for money, you've got to be careful. This is an ugly watch. It's very ugly. And I got to be totally honest with you. It's just a stupid idea. This is how people buy this garbage. They buy this garbage because you're trying to make it for money, man. Fools go where angels fear to tread. Now, he updated this on the 27th. He said, I feel I should further clarify this. I have not bought this piece yet. My bottom line to you is should I attempt to buy this with the intention of selling/flipping it? What is your advice for people who are interested in flipping watches? What have you learned in the years of experience in the marketplace? I think this is an interesting topic and would love to hear your thoughts. Number one, if you're going to buy a watch for a flip, there's nothing wrong with money. I'm a capitalist. In fact, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. That's right, guys. I'm actually a millionaire. That's Australian dollars, not US. So I'm a millionaire. And I got to tell you something, guys. I'll do anything for $1. I will deliver pizza. I will do Uber. I will do anything for money. I'm a prostitute. Now, guys, I've worked at Blue Velvet. I've done all the dumb things. I've done all the gigs. It's been very profitable. Now, let me explain. Let me explain to you the way it works. Buying and selling. You've got to be careful what you buy. In the watch world, there are certain brands that are toxic sludge, and there are good brands. The good brands sell themselves, and the toxic sludge is very hard to pass. Now, I got to be honest with you, Rolex. Rolex is the best brand. Patek, certain Pateks are good, but they're hard because they're so expensive and you can get hurt. So, it's interesting. Breitling, Tudor, what do I think of them? Well, I got to be totally honest with you. I would say, I'll give you some advice here. Let me give you 5 pointers. Number 1, buy only the iconic models. If it was a Breitling Navitimer, maybe. This model here, I gotta be completely honest with you. What is this? An Avenger? It's ugly. It's ugly. So if you're gonna do something for a flip, try and stick to the iconic models. Number two is I would try and buying from a dealer is never a good thing because if he could get more, he would. So he's a professional. So don't ever think you can outbeat the market. What gives you special powers over this dealer? See, if you're buying it from someone at work who lost their job or they've suddenly got COVID, maybe. But buying from a dealer, very hard sell in that regards there. Number three, I would generally say to you, with Breitling, you want to get it half, if it's brand new, half of retail. That's how bad it is. I got a Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 2. 42mm, and it was slightly above half. That's how bad they depreciate. Very, very bad. Number 4, my 4th bit of advice to you is it's got to be a watch. If it doesn't sell, you're happy to keep. There's no point buying something and then you just bought it solely for a flip. It's got to be something that you don't mind. What I've done is over the years, I tend to buy things that I don't mind being stuck with. 6. Identical Pateks. I quite like the Patek Calatrava. I like them. I like them a lot. So I don't mind being stuck with a few of them at some times. But a Breitling Avenger, I don't know if I really want to be stuck with that eyesore of a watch. So that's a real big problem because they are kind of buggerly. They are buggerly. You know, you've got to find the right punter. Whereas, you know, if you was something that you liked and said, you know, I'll take a punt. If it doesn't sell, I'll hold on to it. And I got to tell you, this market we're in now is very trying. Very trying. I went into business with Scotty. Scotty actually bought this Calatrava. And he paid 18,900 Aussie dollars. And what happened was he bought it and we were going to flip it. I was going to advertise it. He's going to pay me half the profit. He was going to get half the profit. And you know what, guys? I didn't get any inquiries. I added a massive margin because I ain't a charity. I ain't no communist. I'm a free enterprise wheeling capitalist. And you know how many inquiries I've had? Less, not that many. I had some guy in Thailand who wanted to pay half, fix the rest up when COVID was fixed. We had different currency deals. It was a disaster. I don't want half payment. I want full payment, okay? That just doesn't gel with me because I don't want to be stuck selling it when the currency, it's just a disaster. So that was that deal. Then I had someone who wanted to do a swap. It was a disaster. So I got to be honest with you, it's been pretty lean. Now, this watch here, before COVID, I had people queuing up for a Calatrava in white gold. The buyers so you've got to say, hey, I don't mind riding out the storm. You will always sell something, and if it doesn't sell, it's probably too highly priced. You need to drop your price. This is a commercial transaction, so it should really sell. So my advice is, if you're going to buy something for a punt, make sure you're happy to live with it. Because if you're not, it just grinds, and then you lose moolah. The 5th bit of advice is, don't put it on a credit card. Don't put it on a credit card. Don't take this punt. If you're going to finance it on a credit card, sell it and make the profit. Now, what can happen is, I can tell you now, I've done it myself. I've been stupid. I've been stupid many times. I paid for it on credit card, and then, you know what happens? It doesn't sell, and I end up clearing it, and I did make money, but at the interest rate, it kind of ain't any profit. That's correct. So, my best advice to you is, I wouldn't necessarily do it unless you like the watch and you're happy to live with it. The Avenger is ugly. It is really ugly. I think it's one of Breitling's ugliest lines. Would I buy it for a profit as a flip? Would I do it to flip it? Not really. I'm sorry, man. This is Dan. Dan the man. I'm kind of sorry, man. I wouldn't be doing it as a flip. I think... yeah, I wouldn't do it. I'd rather buy a Rolex. I'd rather buy Rolex for a flip. You could buy Rolex, you know, good Rolex, and then you could, you know, that's what I'd be doing, like a Milgauss. I'd rather buy that because it's a Rolex. When you buy these unsavory brands, what are you going to do? Breitling, it's got an ETA movement. It's as ugly as, it's just hard, man. I wouldn't do it. If it was a Milgauss, you think, hey, I'll take a punt on a Rolex. But it's not. It's not. My auntie had balls, should be my uncle. So I got to tell you, I probably wouldn't do it. I'd be careful. We're in very tough times. And the market itself, things are selling, but it is tough. And you don't want to be stuck with a piece of kit on a credit card. That's probably the best way I could emphasize this. But if it's a watch you really like, you don't mind being stuck with it, you can have a play with it, well, that's kind of cool. That is very cool. I would seriously just say, don't be a smart ass and think you can beat the dealer. It ain't that easy. It ain't that easy. It ain't that easy. I wish it was, but it ain't, especially with rookies. Newbies and rookies. The brands I would try and be very, very careful with are Jaeger-LeCoultre, Panerai, Breitling, and I got to tell you, any Tudor that's non-Black Bay, I'd be very careful of. That's kind of, you don't want to touch things like Longines, that's garbage. You don't want to touch Breguet unless it's really, really cheap. Be careful, be careful. I like newbies come in and they think it's a bargain, but hey, just be careful because you could be fleeced completely. Instead of buying some dog shitty watch, why don't you buy a Rolex for a flip? That's a better way. So there you go. That's my advice. Tell me what you think. Guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Put some negative comments or positive. And remember, guys, I can't survive on Google Ads. I need paid reviews. Paid reviews keep me full-time on YouTube. Paid reviews, $50 US. I'll review your collection. I'll tell you what I think. And I'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly. I'll tell you straight up. And I'll be truthful with you. And if you've made a mistake, I'm man enough to tell you you made a mistake. So, Dan the man, I probably wouldn't buy it. That's my advice. That's my advice, guys. Tell me what you guys think of that.